Hi guys, welcome back to Jungle Flowers Canada. I hope I am not too backlit here. But guys, today is chore day. Well, every day is chore day when you're a plant mama, right? But today I'm going to clean out my green IKEA cabinet. So I thought I would show you that I bought a few little things just to elevate some plants. Well, I bought one thing, not a few little things. So I just wanted to talk to you about my journey with this cabinet, and hopefully I can give you some insight into it. What I will say about the IKEA cabinets, guys, is they're a relatively new phenomenon. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. I think you just have to judge your own home, see what works for you, and try and come up with a plan to keep your plants happy. So I've made some changes to mine because I've got a feel now of how it works, and I know what works for my plants. This doesn't necessarily mean this is what you need to do for your plants, but I have come up with this plan for mine. Now I know you know, terrariums and all of that have been obviously on the go for a very long time. But I think the IKEA greenhouse, because it's such a large structure, there are differences, and I have made modifications to mine. So hopefully this will be helpful to some of you. And if any of you have any tips to share with me, I'd really appreciate it. If you could pop them in the comments, that would be amazing. So let's get cleaning. Okay guys, so let's take a look at the cabinet. So you can see it's very dirty. The soil, there's soil on the bottom which needs to be attended to. There's also, if I can move up here, you can see there's a little, this is a residue from the humidity. So when it builds up, it just leaves like a film on the glass and on the mirrors. But I guess having mirrors makes it even more noticeable. You can actually see me there. I also have these toothbrush holders which I use to hold my little square pots. So I'm going to take it all apart, I'm going to clean it, and then we'll water the plants and maybe talk a little bit about the progress of the plants, and I will let you know exactly what I do with my IKEA greenhouse. I am going to use, well actually I just refill this. So I bought this cleaning vinegar, and I've just actually topped it up with clean water and some more vinegar, and I'm going to use this to spray everything down. So I find the vinegar helps kind of break up the you know, the water staining that you get on the glass and on the mirrors. It's just a bit of wood chip. Now I'll discuss the changes as we go along. So I no longer run my fan all day with the humidifier. I put it on for a couple of hours and that's all I do. I find when the fan is on, it reduces the humidity too much, and it also damaged some of my leaves. So I've decided not to keep it going all the time. I think some people do. I guess I'd like to know actually, what do you do? Do you keep yours running all the time? Do you just put it on for a couple of hours a day like I do now? Your input would actually be very welcome. I'm just going to go get something to take off these suction pads. So to take these off, guys, they recommend you just put a credit card underneath it. I hope I'm not blocking it. And it releases the suction. See? Easy. So I'm just going to take all these off. I'm actually going to stick those mirrors in. I got some great sticky pads on Amazon. That should do the trick. So I find that the mirror really helps. It helps reflect the light back in, and it keeps the light high in the unit, because I have no issues with the plants down here, and this is just a 4000 Kelvin LED light. If you can notice over here, I have this tray that I bought in IKEA, and it sticks on with the same suction cups, and I just have my string of hearts in here. You see? I'm being a bit of a contortionist today. So that just sits there. It gets sunlight from the cabinet, gets sunlight from the top, and it seems to be pretty happy. So it's just a way of utilising a little bit more of your space. Okay guys, now the cabinet is nice and clean. So now I'm going to water the plants that were in there. Okay guys, so this is my water with the mosquito dunks and the little fertilizer pellet in it. So now I'm just going to, that's actually not too dry, so I'm just going to give it a little bit, really just because I want the mosquito dunks to do their business. This is very dry. I need to get an outer pot actually for this. It's not bad, but just to give it a little... Oh, I have a little project I'm thinking of doing with my orchids. If you can see, they're about to flower. So I bought the cutest little cabinet for $20. I'm going to try and convert it into a little orchid terrarium. So guys, remember I put this in soil. It was in Lechuzapon, and I got it from a plant friend, and isn't it just doing tremendously. All the Hoyas that I transplanted into soil that day have all fully rooted. When you tug on them, there's resistance, so I'm really pleased with how they've turned out. There. I finally figured out what this was, guys. It's a breviolata. I had ordered a breviolata splash, but this is what I got, and that's why I couldn't figure out what it was. But it almost has like, the leaves feel almost fuzzy. They're not, but they feel it. Does that make any sense? It's kind of like suede, actually. They feel kind of like suede. And guys, this is the, oh, look at the roots underneath there. Can you, oh, where am I? Look at the roots under there. So this is the Australis variegata. Actually, I'm going to go, before I finish this, I'm going to go get the Lisa. Look at the roots on that. I'm going to go get the Lisa and we'll do a comparison. Did I water the breviolata? I did. So that seems to be doing pretty good, eh? It's still perked up, thank goodness. I have it out of its cloche for now. And by the way, I'm definitely seeing a reduction in fungus gnats in the basement. This is just an elliptica. I can't wait till these are trailing in my cabinet. I'll be so excited when that happens. And this is a Carnosa Freckles. Okay, so did I get everything there? I did. Oh, I didn't get the Heuschkeliana. That one. And then I think I've one or two, oops, I've one or two more down here that I need to water. Okay, so guys, I just wanted to give you a little tip. I bought this in Dollarama. It's actually for raising like mugs and cups and stuff in your cupboards. And I'm using it now in here just to elevate some of my plants. I know you can just see the top of my head there, guys. So I'm just going to put that in. This used to hang on the glass with one of these hooks, and it worked perfectly. But of late, it fell down on me twice. So this fan is actually too strong for this unit. It only has one speed. So what I've been doing with it is I've actually been putting it under here and kind of facing it in. That's probably why my mirrors are all marked. Because if it blows on my plants, it actually damages them. So this way it just circulates the air back up. And as I say, I only put it on for probably maybe 2 hours, 3 hours a day. That's all I use it for. And I have had no issues. There's no smell of mold in here. The plants are all doing fine. I did have weather stripping on here, but I took it off because I don't use the fan all the time. So that way, naturally, some air can circulate within the cabinet. Okay, so now I'm going to put back on my little IKEA hooks. So you just have to firmly press them and they kind of click into place. Now all my little hanging things are back in place. And I have my little humidifier. So I love this little humidifier. It has an intermittent mist on it, and I leave this running all the time. So that actually goes up here. Oops. On this shelf. Now, this is my Poor Boo Blue that I'm still struggling with. And then I just made this trellis and I put it on here. I don't know how well it's going to do, but my mame, guys, I hope it's not blurred, is getting 2 new leaves. And my other little mame, my little wet stick, so cute. Next up is my Corneanum Silver, or Lacanosa Silver. And of course my beautiful Silver Dragon, which I didn't water actually, so I need to water that now. Okay, so now let's pop in our square boxes. So there is a Hoya Sunrise. This is a Hoya Australis, Hoya Elliptica, and if you can see, there's new baby leaves coming out there. And what else do I have? And I have a Carnosa Freckles. Now this actually was too close to the light, and it actually kind of faded a bit. But so I'm just going to put it over this side because it was here, and the light was shining directly on it. And here I put my beautiful Hoyas. So just water this one actually. So this is a Hoya Acuta Variegata. Look how much growth I've got on it since I put it in here. How are the roots are just starting to come out the bottom of it as well. So you're going to go here because I love the way they reflect in the mirror as well. The Breviolata is getting there. I'd say it should be trailing pretty soon. This is my Philodendron Brantianum. It's been getting a lot of negative publicity lately. I love it. I can't say I hate any plant. I don't know. Do I hate any plant? I can't think of a plant I hate. But anyway, this has been getting negative. Actually, a lot of the ones I like have been getting a lot of negative press lately. But I like this. It's very junior, as you can see. But I am getting a new leaf. And I think this is pretty pretty. And here's my Heuschkeliana, which has done tremendously. I'd love to actually, I'm sorry I didn't take photos of these when I put them in to show you how much they've grown. I have a Crinkle 8 here, but I need to buy an outer pot. I cannot wait until Vandermeer's and Valley View opens so I can go down and get some more pots. I have a little bit of concern for my Magnificum, my Anthurium Magnificum. I transplanted it, you probably saw that video. If you didn't, go check it out where I was potting up. And also I did a Mars Hydro review. So a little bit of yellowing there, but I'm hoping it's going to do okay. Here is a Scindapsus trubii. These guys take so long to acclimate, guys. I need to get another pot for this one. So can you see this one's about to flower also? So there are my 2 orchids. So this is a lovely new plant I got last night. It's a Lacanosa green. You can see it's in a cup. I am going to be transplanting this into a pot, but for now I'm just going to stick it in here. Okay guys, so let's do the comparison. This is the Hoya Australis Variegata, and this is the Hoya Australis Lisa. Now, the leaves are obviously much smaller on my plant on the Lisa, but I don't know if that's a true characteristic of the plant. But there are the new leaves, and I don't know, is it just me? Do they look very, very similar? Yes, they do. And there are the 2 older leaves. I don't know if you can see that well enough. But aren't they very similar? Like if you came into my home and saw these, you'd think they were the same plant, wouldn't you? So I just wanted to show you that. So I bought this as a Hoya Australis Variegata and this as a Hoya Australis Lisa. I bought this one in Canada and I bought this one in Thailand. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, you know I'd appreciate it. If you could subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. If you have any questions, comments or tips, please don't forget to put them in the comments. And as usual guys, if you could put the green heart down there to let me know that you watched till the end, I would really appreciate it. Okay guys, so there you have it. Cleaning day in the plant lady's home.